Hello and welcome to episode 21 of Gridiron Entertainment, the official podcast where we talk about football and football only. I'm Omar.
And I'm
And today we have a huge episode of college football today with a lot of A-days going on. Big teams like Georgia and Alabama are playing today. But first off, before we get to that, breaking news here. The NCAA Division I Council on Thursday formally approved long-awaited transfer legislation that will allow all athletes in the 5 revenue sports one free transfer in their careers without sitting out a year in residence. The NCAA Board of Directors is expected to rubber stamp the legislation when it meets on April 28th. Mo, what are your thoughts on this? This is good for the transfer portal because players don't have to sit out for a year. They can just go ahead and play immediately with that one free transfer.
Yeah, I like it because whenever I always thought like when you transfer and you sit out, you have to sit out. I always thought it was stupid.
Me too.
Like, what's the point of just wasting like a year? Like, I mean, I want to spend as much like time with my team as possible. I don't want to sit out a year. I want to play as much as possible as I can.
Oh, no, I agree with you. I mean, players like Jacob Eason, who had to sit out a year from transferring from Georgia to Washington, like it's annoying. And plus, like you waste that 1 year of, eligibility there to improve yourself. And maybe you could have been like a top draft prospect if you played well that year. You never know. So, I mean, yeah, that's what I think. I'm happy with it. If it's one free transfer, so if you transfer all over, so I think if you transfer the second time, you kind of have to sit out. So I think that's fair.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think this is good for especially for like quarterbacks and other players that want to transfer and play immediately just to make an impact. I think this is great, and I think all the colleges are happy about this because they get to get guys that they've been wanting to see play, like transfer players that they've tried to get. So I'm happy with it. I like it. I like the NCAA for going through with this. This will make sports a lot more exciting as well. The sport, I mean, football in general, make it more exciting. So I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah, same.
All right. Moving on. So Ohio State, there's an interesting QB battle going on. Obviously, Justin Fields is gone. He's going to get drafted in the next 2 weeks. So the three quarterbacks seen as the candidates to win the starting job are CJ Stroud, Jack Miller, and Kyle McCord. All three were highly rated recruits coming out of high school. Currently, CJ Stroud is the favorite. So Mo, obviously, is going to be a new regime at Ohio State. Now, I know I was talking to you about how now Urban Meyer's guys are pretty much gone. Most of them are gone. So now it's Ryan Day's team.
Yeah.
Just want to get your thoughts. I mean, I think any of these quarterbacks that win the battle are going to do great. I mean, Stroud was the number 2 pro stock quarterback in his class. So, I mean, in the 2020 class, and they've recruited well at quarterback. So this is going to come down to the wire. But it's going to be a new day at Ohio State. How do you think they're going to do with their new QB and new players, obviously, there?
I mean, I think they're still going to do great because it's Ohio State. Like, they never really do bad. So, I mean, and they always recruit well. So, I think they're going to do good. And, I feel like CJ Stroud is going to win the job because he's, the only one I know, that I'm familiar with. I don't know the other two. I don't really know the other two QBs.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Stroud has been, killing it in practice. But all of these guys are great. It's just like Ohio State's just consistent every single year. I see maybe I don't see a bad option here because they're all good. But I mean, if it were me, I would go with Stroud. So CJ Stroud, because that's really the only one I know too. I don't really know who Kyle McCord is or Jack Miller. So I'm okay with CJ Stroud winning this job, but I just want to see the Ohio State offense and the new team that they're going to bring in 2021. I want to see if they'll be able to win Big Ten championships and just be consistent like they've always been consistent these past, I don't know how many years they've been. It's just been forever. So
for real.
So we'll see how Ohio State does. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see this, who's going to start for Ohio State. Cause I mean, Ohio State always has exciting players at quarterback, Justin Fields, JT Daniels, Dwayne Haskins. I mean, they've all been good. I mean, Cardell Jones, the Ohio State run he had, we're going to the playoff. I mean, that was fun. So, I'm excited to see who wins, who's going to be the next great Ohio State quarterback to step up in the Ryan Day era.
Are they all freshmen and sophomores?
No, I think like one of them sat out. So he was a 2020. There's two 2020 recruiting class quarterbacks, and there's one from 2021.
Oh, dang, they're young.
Yeah, they're young, and I mean, I think it's anyone's battle, but I think Stroud's gonna get this one because he likes. I
Yeah,
mean, I just don't know why Ryan Day. I think everyone's getting a look though. He's giving everyone a look. Ryan Day.
yeah.
But yeah, moving on. So this weekend we have Alabama, our arch rivals Alabama and Georgia playing in their spring games. Currently, right now, as you are listening to this, Alabama is playing their spring game. Bryce Young is in the game. He's looking pretty good, but I mean, this is just like I can't really make a good idea on how good he is until he plays in September. So
Yeah.
Mo, I just want to ask you, like, what are some things that you want to see from Alabama's A Day? Like, what do you want to see?
I mean, I want to see how Bryce Young does because he's like my main concern. Because I don't really know how he's gonna do. Because like I remember last year when like Alabama was killing like opponents, like
Oh,
when
last
and
year,
Bryce Young
yeah,
would play,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
Bryce
yeah.
Young would play. Like I don't think he played that good, honestly.
No, I understand. Yeah, because like, I mean, he has some growing. I think this year for him, he's gonna do good, but there's gonna be some growing pains. You know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be some times where he'll throw a few interceptions that he should have not thrown. I think, but I could see him doing like good. Like, I don't see a. You can't fail in Alabama's offense. Like, you cannot
And
fail.
also another person I want to see is that Robinson running back. He's a beast. I forgot his name,
Brian
but
Robinson, yeah, he's good. He's
yeah,
good.
he's so good.
Yeah, Brian Robinson's a monster. I like him a lot too. He's actually like he's always been mad underrated though, because he doesn't play. He's always been like the Najee Harris does not play. Like he doesn't really get his chance. So, but we know
Now
he's
he
good.
is.
We know he's good though. Like I know like he was probably like the one of the best backup running backs last year. So I mean, I like him a lot. And really hope he gets to shine, man. I hope he has his breakout season, and not against Auburn, but you know what I mean, like just breaking out this year and just showing why he's at Alabama. But yeah, I want to see how Bryce Young plays. I mean, so far from what I'm seeing, he's not doing too bad. He has his moments where he does collapse in the pocket, but I mean, oh man, he threw a nice ball to this receiver and he just lost it because number 5 knocked it out. Number 5 on number 5. So but that was a good
Dang.
throw. So like he's doing fine. But but yeah, like I mean, I can see he can't fail in this offense anyway. So I mean, you cannot fail at Alabama. If you fail, I mean you're the problem, you know?
Well, that's gonna be like an entire young offense. They have new receivers, new like QB, new running back.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. It's a new team. It's a new team. But but yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on, let's talk about Georgia. So obviously Georgia's been having some injuries at practice. You know, we talked about it. George Pickens tearing his ACL earlier this spring. They only had 3 receivers who received 3 meaningful snaps. Their names are Demetrius Robertson, Curious Jackson, and Arian Smith. So yeah, I mean, it's just mostly the wide receivers are the question, man. I really think the running game should be fine. The offensive line should be good too. But the wide receivers are a big question mark for me because, like, who's gonna step up for like when George Pickens is hurt? Like, who's gonna step up in his spot? You know.
Yeah.
So, Mo, I just want to get your takeaways from this. Like, what do you think Georgia needs to do this spring? Like, what do they need to get down? Like, what do you want to see?
I mean, they need to like find like that leader on receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Because George Pickens got hurt. I mean, I already know. I mean, we already know JT Daniels is like really good. So another thing honestly is like their defense because I know a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people a lot of players on that defense left.
Yeah,
So I want to
yeah.
see how that defense performs now.
Yeah, yeah, because they lost a few. They're losing a couple of corners, and the secondary is going to be kind of thin. But Georgia, man, they recruit well. But the wide receivers are a big thing for me. I want to see who's going to step up. Now, you're not going to believe this, but last year in receiving, Curious Jackson led over George Pickens, but it was only by 1 yard.
Wow. I mean, it's only 1 yard. It wasn't like a big difference.
Yeah, that's true. That's
If
true.
it was like a 200-yard difference, that'd be
Shocked.
like more shocking. But like, it's only 1 yard.
1 yard, yeah. But he has like that bragging rights, like I have 1 yard over you.
Well, that's such a stupid thing to brag about, though.
Yeah, most definitely. But yeah, we'll see how Georgia does. They play at 2 p.m. today, 2 p.m. Eastern on SEC Network Plus. So yeah, we'll see how they do. Moving on, Auburn is A-Day today, starting in about 10 minutes. So
Like 8 minutes.
8 minutes, yeah. So Mo, I want to get your thoughts. Okay, so obviously we did talk about what we want to see from A-Day. Like, what's like the main thing that you want to see? Like, what do you want to see improved? Obviously, our run game is good. And we do have question marks at the quarterback position and the offensive line. But what do you want to see improves like A-Day? Like, what do you want to like see? Like, what major jumps do you want to see? Because like obviously in a few months you're not going to see much, but I just want to ask you like, what do you want to see with the offensive line or yeah, I don't know, the QB play?
I mean, quarterback is like my number one concern because I want to see how Bo Nix does. If he throws like 4 picks, then obviously I'll be very frustrated with him.
He's not going to
So
throw 4 picks in an A-Day.
it's
That's
Bo
so
Nix. It's Bo Nix. He's unpredictable. Okay.
yeah.
When
Yeah,
he threw 3 picks against South Carolina, so anything is possible.
true. I'll say this. I don't really want to see Tank run as much. I want him to maybe play a few snaps, but I don't want him to play
I
as
mean,
much.
I heard he's returning kicks.
I mean, but most of those kicks will go out of bounds. So I mean, this
Yeah.
A-Day, they'll mostly go out of bounds with Carlson back. So
I mean, I feel like he shouldn't play a lot because we already know he's a beast. So
yeah, we know he's a beast. Exactly. Like I wouldn't want to play a lot
he's
either.
already proven himself.
Yeah. So I just want to let you know this. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you know this. So the Tigers finished 7th in the SEC in sacks allowed with 20 and rushing offense 162.55 yards per game. And but even that's even with Tank Bigsby. But I don't. I mean, I just want to see the. I really think the main thing for me, like, it's not only Bo Nix, but really it's the offensive line. Like, we don't have a consistent offensive line. It's always, they always get blown up. They can't protect the quarterback. Even like Jared Stidham, they couldn't protect him at all. You
The
know
thing with the O line, like they have like one good year, and then the next like 3 or 4 years they do terrible.
exactly. And also like Brian Harsin, he's good at developing good offensive lines, so he's consistent with it. So that's like a big concern for me. But yeah, but like Bo Nix, I want to see more pocket composure. I don't want to see him like running around in circles. Like he needs to be more composed in the pocket. And if he sees this the pocket's collapsing, if there's a gap, run it. If not, throw the ball away. Don't just force any balls. Seth Williams is not there anymore to bail you out. So I just want to see how Bo Nix plays because this is pretty much like I told you a million times. This is his last chance. This year will be his last chance. If he does not improve himself this year, he is done at Auburn.
And another thing I'm excited about are the receivers. I'm
Yeah.
excited about Kobe Hudson, Javarius Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm excited to see them because like I heard they're really good. I also want to see I also want to see the defense because I mean like obviously like it's a lot of the secondary left, but some came back. So, like,
Yeah. The secondary should be better. I mean, and we also got Deshaun Miller, bro. Like, I mean, I'm excited for the secondary. Secondary should be good. Now, I heard D line's been doing really good, so I'm looking forward to that. But really, I just want to see the offensive line just, they set the tempo. They're not setting the tempo in the trenches. They're not. They're getting blown up.
I'm just glad we don't have Christian Tutt. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. So yeah, we're excited. 5 minutes until kickoff. So that is why we are trying to get the show done as fast as possible because we want to watch our Auburn Tigers play. All right. Let's do our what if for the week. So last week we did what if Alabama made the kick in 2013. They got a little bit closer, made the kick. So this week we're going to take it back to 2007 and we're going to talk about what if Kansas beat Missouri in 2007. Now, 2007 football season was one of the most wildest seasons we have seen in a long time. It's one of the greatest. I mean, we saw so many upsets, so many teams ranked number 2 fell. So,
Yeah.
Mo, so I want to ask you, Mo. Obviously, Kansas, they were great that year. They were 11-1.
Dude, do you know how many what ifs we could do in 2000 for just this season alone?
Yeah, it's a lot. So obviously, I'm going to start off with this. I don't think LSU makes it to the national championship game. because all those losses pretty much got them there. But if Kansas, who went undefeated before losing to Missouri, was consistent and kept winning, most definitely they would have played. Well, I mean, they would have played Ohio State, most definitely. They most definitely would have played Ohio State.
Yeah, that
You
would
know?
have been a fun game, honestly. Like, imagine Kansas, they did trash their entire like history as a football team, but
Yeah.
then like, I mean, they did good in like the 1800s, but who cares? And then
Yeah.
they just like the Cinderella story, like they
Yeah.
win the Natty.
Yeah. So, like, let me ask you. So, obviously, they would play Oklahoma, who's ranked number 9 at the time. Do you think they would have beaten Missouri that year?
Well, Oklahoma and Missouri.
Because Oklahoma, yeah, because they would have played in the Big 12 championship game, and they had Sam Bradford at quarterback. They had DeMarco Murray at running back. Malcolm Kelly.
Wait, are you talking about if Kansas won, they would have been Oklahoma, or they would have faced Oklahoma?
Yeah, the Big 12 championship. There was a Big 12
Yeah,
championship.
I mean, you said Missouri and Oklahoma.
Oh, sorry. Because they played. So instead of Missouri, it would be Kansas. Do you think Kansas would have been Oklahoma?
Dang, that would have been a good game.
Yeah. So that's like the only question. Kansas won their bowl game. They played number 5 Virginia Tech. So
Yeah, they won in the
Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
So I think that they would win because
I mean, in 2007, like there was a lot of upsets.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm gonna go with this. I think that Kansas would have won, and then they would have played Ohio State, and I think Ohio State would have won because their team was actually really good in 2007. They had a really good team.
Who they have?
They had Brian Hartline. They had Kurt Coleman. They had Malcolm Jenkins. They had James Laurinaitis. They had Vernon Golston. They had Cam Hayward. They had Alex Boone at left tackle. Who else do they have? Where's their running back? Where's he at? Oh. Well, I mean, overall, they were just more. I just know more players from this team. Like they look like they were more stacked. Ohio State, and I think they would have. And they were almost. Didn't they almost win the Natty?
Yeah.
Didn't they almost win?
Well, that's LSU.
Yeah, they did lose to LSU. They lost 38-24 to LSU. But I'm gonna say this: I think Ohio State would have won that year. I think Ohio State would have beat Kansas, and Kansas would have had that one season where it was like, what if we won the national championship? You know?
Yeah.
So I would have had Ohio State winning, but that would have just been pretty cool to see Kansas in the national championship. It should have been something different, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So and plus the season was already great. So I mean, if Kansas did win it, that would have been pretty cool. But to me, I don't think Kansas would. I think Ohio State would win, and Ohio State would have had that other national championship besides LSU, a 3-loss team winning it. So
that was just a crazy year.
Right. Everyone was good.
I wish that was like another season like that now.
Me too. I thought we were gonna have that in 2020, but nope, didn't have that. But it is what it is. So but yeah, that's a cool what if to do. That's actually a very interesting scenario that we went through. So yeah, moving on. So we were looking at like the toughest schedules to predict. So a lot of the teams that were there kind of suck, besides Auburn, of course, but they pretty much suck. South Carolina, like they're not good. We found a team that's actually very interesting to me and Mo. It's actually Michigan. They actually have one of the tougher schedules going into the 2021 football season. So I thought, why don't we predict the Michigan Wolverines? So yeah. Mo, are you ready to predict Michigan?
Yeah, they have a very good schedule.
Yeah. All right. So let's start off with week 1. They play Western Michigan at Ann Arbor. I got Michigan.
I have Michigan as well.
All right. Week 2, they play Washington at home again. Mo, who do you got?
I mean, this could be a tough game, but I have Michigan.
Yeah. I mean, this is like one of those games where Michigan could lose, but will they lose? No. I think they'll take this one as well. I got Michigan. Week 3, they play Northern Illinois. They have 4 straight home games.
4 straight games at home.
Yeah, I like that. It's good for them, actually. I mean, I wouldn't complain. Week 3, they played Northern Illinois at home, Mo. Obviously got Michigan, right?
Yep, I got Michigan.
All right, week 4, they play Rutgers. It's their homecoming game. And you know me with homecoming games, I like to pick the home team to win because it's homecoming. You shouldn't lose on homecoming. So I got Michigan winning.
Wait, what even is homecoming?
It's like it's something I'm surprised you're in high school. You don't know what homecoming is.
It's like that. It's like prom
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah, same thing.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like something else.
Nah, no. It's like they hold dances and stuff, and pretty much.
I mean, I got Michigan.
I got
I mean,
Michigan as
plus
well.
it's Rutgers. They
Yeah,
suck,
Rutgers is so bad. Uh,
dude. Oh,
uh, they're like the Vandy of the Big Ten.
yeah, exactly.
Man. Anyways, moving on. Week 5, they play at Wisconsin in Madison. Mo, who you got?
I have Wisconsin.
Okay. What makes you think that Michigan will lose to Wisconsin at Wisconsin? Like, what are your takeaways?
Because Wisconsin, they're still good. I mean, even though they had like a bad season last year, I mean, that's because like they had COVID issues. So like, I mean, I think next year they're gonna come back like really good. I think they're gonna bounce back.
Okay. I mean, no, I like that. Yeah, because bro, I didn't they play like 4 games or something, or like
Yeah,
5
exactly.
games,
Yeah.
and their offense wasn't bad. Uh, I mean, they weren't bad, to be honest
They
with
just
you.
had so much COVID issues.
Yeah, so hopefully, like, if they don't have COVID issues, yeah, I can see this. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna agree with you on this. I'm gonna go Wisconsin as well. I can see Michigan losing this. I can see a packed house in Madison if they let them do it. But if it is packed, I most definitely got Wisconsin. And plus, I think that Wisconsin usually has the upper hand on Michigan. So I got
Yeah.
Wisconsin winning. So that's their first L. So they are 4-1. The week after that, they play Nebraska in Lincoln. Mo, who do you got?
I have Michigan. Nebraska is terrible.
Yeah, I think the Scott Frost era is kind of like they need to kind of reevaluate that. There was way too much hype behind it, and it has failed to exceed the expectations. So I will pick Michigan to win this as well. They should not lose this game because Michigan has better players than Nebraska. Like I don't know any one good player from
Yeah,
Nebraska.
exactly.
So yeah. So they have the bye, and then after that they play Northwestern at home. Mo, who do you got?
It could be a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Northwestern last year. They did really good.
Yeah, they had one of their best seasons, and plus, I mean, they won the Outback Bowl to end off the year.
Right, they're like returning a lot of players.
I don't know if they're returning a lot. I know they're returning some, but not a lot. So,
Man,
yeah, I'm
like
gonna
their
go.
defense last year.
Yeah, their defense was pretty good last year. It was really good last year. I'm gonna go Michigan on this one. I think they're gonna win at home. I think that they want to keep the momentum going, and yeah, they gotta win this game. If they don't win this game, I'm gonna be so mad. But I'm gonna pick Michigan because they're in Ann Arbor. That's the
Yeah, I'll pick Michigan. I'll pick Michigan.
All right. The week after that, they play at Michigan State in East Lansing. Mo, who do you got?
I have Michigan.
Okay, yeah, me too. I think Michigan State's just not they ain't it anymore. They're not it
They made like
anymore.
one playoff appearance and they've just
They
gone
have
downhill ever
they
since.
have they have they're not winning many games. They're not doing well. I just don't like what I'm seeing from them. I'm gonna go Michigan because like I just don't trust. I don't trust Mark D'Antonio there. So yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
moving on, they play Indiana at home. Wow, this is actually an interesting game. So my heart is saying I want to pick Indiana to win this game because I think Indiana is really good.
I'm picking Indiana.
Indiana is really good, bro. They had this receiver last
Yeah.
year named Freifogel. Bro, he was so good.
And they're bringing back Michael Penix.
Yeah, Michael Penix is coming back. I'm stepping my approval for Indiana winning this game. I think it's going to be a close game, but I got Indiana winning.
Yep, I
So
agree.
yeah. All right. So the week after that, they play at Penn State in College Station. Well, I mean, State College, PA, pretty much. Happy Valley. I want this to be a night game because I'd like to see full fans, but we will not see that. A whiteout would be really dope.
Wait, Penn State aren't having full fans?
Well, I don't know. It's November, so maybe the game's in November. They could.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, if this is a night game, Penn State are winning.
Okay. So who do you want to pick for now? Like, who do you think is going to take this? Do you think Michigan's going to take it or Penn State? Penn State was so bad last year, by the way. They were so bad.
No, they're not. They're going to bounce back.
Okay, you think they're going to bounce back? Okay, so who do you got?
I got Penn State.
Okay. I'm going to pick Michigan on this one. I'm not behind the James Franklin train as much as I used to be when they had like Saquon and Trace McSorley. So I'm going to pick Michigan for this. I think Michigan's going to take this one in College Station. Yeah. In Happy Valley. Week after that, they play at Maryland in College Park. Mo, who do you got?
I got Michigan.
Yeah, I have Michigan as well. Even though like Maryland, like they could be like decent this year. Because I like their coach and all that. I'm gonna pick Michigan to win this. I think Michigan's got this. But back-to-back road games. Wow, this is gonna be brutal. They could lose to Maryland. They could, but will they? I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
So, yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna be. I think they're gonna beat Maryland.
Yeah, me too. And then moving on, they play Ohio State and Ann Arbor. I mean, is this a no-brainer or is this like? I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, bro. Ohio State owns Michigan.
Dude, Ohio State will always. They're forever gonna be Michigan's father.
I agree with you. Now, let me ask you this. Now, if they lose really bad, right? Do you think Jim Harbaugh's fired?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. So even if they win like 9-10 games, do you still think he would be fired?
I mean, if he wins like 10 games, I wouldn't fire him probably.
Yeah, me neither. I wouldn't fire him either. So, but yeah, man,
I don't know why people like. I mean, I don't know why like you'd fire a coach after winning 10 games. I mean, 10 games to me is a good season.
Yeah, me too. Me too. They just wanted to beat Ohio State, man. They just want to beat Ohio State so bad.
They can't.
Yeah, they can't. True.
I don't know when people say this is like one of the best rivalries ever. It's like
it's really not. Okay, the Iron Bowl is better. Okay, I don't care what any of you say. I don't care what any of them say.
Like at least Auburn wins like games. Not like Ohio State who's won like 10 years in a row now.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. So but yeah, man. I mean, I got this is a no-brainer. Ohio State is gonna win this game. So currently I have Michigan going they're losing 1-2. So I'm going 10-2. So I have high expectations. I have high expectations for them. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm going 9-3.
Okay, so you have them going 9-3. Okay. If we're so off on this, imagine they go like 7-5.
Honestly, it's Michigan. I won't be surprised.
Me neither. And plus, their schedule is tough, man. They could drop a few games. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, for real. They're playing like, especially like at the end of their season. Man.
Yeah, that's a brutal stretch. The last 4 weeks.
They have like 4. Yeah, they had like 4 tough games in a row.
Yeah, versus Indiana, at Penn State, at Maryland, and then against Ohio State to end off the year. That's a brutal end to the season. November is going to be tough on them. If they can get through November losing like 1 game, they'll be good. But I have them losing 2 games in November. So yeah. But yeah, man, good predictions on this. I like it. The schedule is actually really tough. I'm like looking at this like, wow, it is actually a tough schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. But yeah, man. This is pretty much the end of our college football episode. Episode 21 in the books, Mo. Wow, we come so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing so good. True. I'm ready for Tuesday. I mean, what are we gonna expect from Tuesday? I think this is gonna be more see what's going on more in the news, but like I'm really thinking we do our mock draft next Tuesday. Final one with trades. Like we have trades in this as well.
Oh, next Tuesday?
Yeah, because next Tuesday, that's the week of the draft.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
When is the draft?
April 29th.
Oh.
It's either we do it.
I didn't.
Yeah, it's either we do it the 20th or we do it like the 20th. I mean, the 27th. I'm not really in a rush. Like we can do it the 27th. I think we're gonna need some time.
Yeah, I mean, I need a lot of time on this, so I mean, I'd say 27th.
Okay, that's fine. We'll do it. So we'll have our mock draft for the 27th. We're looking forward to Auburn's A-Day. It actually just started 10, 11 minutes ago. So we're ready to watch that. So Mo, do you have anything else you want to close on before we end off the
Yep.
show?
Bo Nix, if you suck, or you're very mad, like, yeah, that's
Just
it.
play decent, Bo. Just play decent.
Don't be Bo Picks. Don't be Bo Picks.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, listen to us on Spotify, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. My name is Omar.
And I'm Mo.
And we will see you guys on Tuesday.